Hi, this is Russ Curran, founder of epigeneticsandnutrition.com. I'm a health and wellness expert and coach, and I'm also an author and an entrepreneur. And today I'm here to talk to you about your why. What's really critical to understand about your why is that it's so paramount to you reaching your goals, your dreams, and your aspirations. So today, in helping you develop your why, what I'm going to take you through is my original why and my new why, the importance of having a why, and then how to craft a why that fits what your life purpose is all about. So I wanted to start with my original why, which began 12 years ago. My mom was diagnosed with lung cancer. Radiation and chemotherapy followed. They removed 3/4 of her right lung, and 6 weeks later she developed brain cancer. Brain surgery followed, removing one small tumor, and then more radiation on her head. Her short-term memory was gone, and her immune system was destroyed. Now, 12 years ago, I thought I knew about nutrition. Turns out I had a lot to learn. I actually feared cancer. I knew nothing about it, and that's a very scary feeling. I was at the mercy of what the doctors said to do, and I actually asked the doctor back then what I felt was an important question. I said, in regards to nutrition and what my mom's about to go through, what should my mom be eating and drinking? And the oncologist replied, he said, nutrition has nothing to do with cancer, which was complete insanity, in my opinion, because I watched my mother go through things I wouldn't wish on anyone, and I knew there had to be a better way. And this inspired me right then and there to take massive action. So my why 12 years ago became prevent my mom from dying of cancer. Now my why fueled empowering myself because cancer has such a high rate of reoccurrence. I have devoured well over 200 books on cancer, disease prevention, and optimal wellness. I have met and studied doctors and experts in the U.S. and abroad. I visited and studied alternative cancer clinics in the U.S. and looked at clinics in Europe. I subscribed to multiple medical newsletters. I gained knowledge in any way I could to prevent disease in my family and be prepared to help my mom if cancer ever came calling again. And it did. So my why attacked my mother's colon cancer with a vengeance. The difference this time is we applied my knowledge and got my mom to an alternative cancer clinic in Mesa, Arizona. 21 straight days of green juicing, intravenous vitamin C, blood purification, colonics, exercise with oxygen, lymph massages, low-dose chemotherapy, which is 2% of the toxicity of a typical treatment. In 8 weeks, she lost 50 pounds. She got off all of her medications, including high blood pressure, fluid pills, antacids, and the arthritis in her hips disappeared. We did no harm to my mother's body, and she got her life back. As Hippocrates stated a long time ago, let thy food be thy medicine. So I'll let my mom's before and after picture speak for itself. This is just after eight weeks of care that naturally supported her immune system. And after every day of treatment, she actually felt better and better and stronger as opposed to being torn down by radiation and chemo. Now my why helped conquer my mom's cancer. That's a pretty powerful why. And with such a strong why, I was willing to do whatever it took to defeat my mom's cancer. So I hope this starts to paint a picture for you on how important a very powerful why in your life can be and the amazing things it can do for you and your family. Now, as we evolve and grow, so do our whys. So I have 2 new whys to share with you today. My 2 new whys I want to share with you are about my wife, Kathy, and my wonderful daughter, Sophia, because I'm all about personal growth and I want to become a better husband to my wife. And I want to become the best father I can possibly be to my daughter and provide her a life that she deserves. And when you know you've got the right why when it brings tears to your eyes. And every time I say that, it brings a lot of emotion. So I'm going to move on to the next slide. So now let's get into the importance of having a strong why. It's so pivotal to your success because without one, people they'll run from you as you try to present anything to them, no matter what it is. No's will start to pile up. Frustration sets in along with depression. Giving up becomes very easy for you. It's just saying, simply, and the common excuse, it didn't work for me. And that's because you have no connection to people's wants and needs. They don't connect to why you're doing what it is you're doing or what you're trying to present to them. Now, I'm a visual guy, so I thought I would show this beautiful photo of Mount Rainier in Seattle, Washington. And so let's talk about the importance of having a strong why, and let's talk about financial freedom as a why. So if you reach the summit of Mount Rainier, you'll attain your why, which is financial freedom. So with a strong enough why, you're going to figure out how to reach that summit, no matter what it takes. A strong why will help you persevere. It's really what makes all the difference. So in crafting your why, at your core, you need to determine what's your purpose, your cause, your belief. Why do you exist? Why do you get out of bed in the morning? What motivates you? Why should anyone care? You need to become more compelling to your audience. You need to become a good storyteller and tell your why with emotion. And you need to keep it to 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes long, or it's going to start to become more about you. And your audience needs to know why you're doing whatever it is you're telling them or presenting to them. Now, as a great example, inspired leaders and inspired organizations communicate and act from the inside out. And Apple is a great example. And what does communicating and acting from the inside out really mean? Now, here's the golden circle presented by Simon Sinek, and I highly recommend his book, and you'll get that at the end. It's called Start With Why. And really what he talks about is at the core of this, the why right in the bullseye, right in the center, moving out to how and what. The inside is the why, so your purpose, your cause, your belief. The how is how they do it or how you do it, so your unique selling proposition or your USP. The outside is the what, or what they do. So most companies and individuals actually communicate from the outside in, which is the wrong way to go about it, and you'll see here in a second. So by crafting and developing your why and inserting it into your presentation or pitch, you are communicating from the inside out. You're hitting the bullseye with your audience. You're talking to the limbic brain, which is responsible for feelings, the why and the how of the golden circle we just went through. Trust, loyalty, decision making, human behavior. It has no capacity for language. So when we communicate from the inside out, we're actually talking directly with the part of the brain that controls behavior, and we allow people to rationalize it with tangible things that we say and do. Now, conversely, communicating from the outside in, you're missing your audience completely, and this picture depicts that. You're talking to the neocortex part of the brain, which corresponds with the what level or the outside part of the golden circle. This can take in tremendous amounts of information like features and benefits, etc., is responsible for rational and analytical reasoning and language, but it doesn't drive behavior. So you miss the mark working from the outside in. So Simon from his book actually does a great illustration of the wrong way to go about this. And let's take computer companies as an example, a typical approach from a typical computer company. We make great computers. They are beautifully designed, simple to use, and user-friendly. Want to buy one? Well, where's the why in that? There's no connection, there's no sales, and people wonder why they struggle. So now let's compare the typical approach to Apple's approach and Apple's why. So Apple's approach is much more compelling, and it's why they're Apple. So they start with everything we do, we believe in challenging the status quo. We believe in thinking differently. The way we challenge the status quo is by making our products beautifully designed, easy to use, and user-friendly. We just happen to make great computers. Want to buy one? So it's a totally different approach working from the inside out, and it reversed the order of information, exactly the way you want to do it. So here are Simon's key why callouts. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. The goal is not to do business with everybody who needs what you have. The goal is to do business with people who believe what you believe. When you speak from a features and benefits point of view, you are speaking to the part of the brain that does not drive behavior, which is a disconnect. When you communicate from the inside out, or the why to the what, you are talking directly to the part of the brain that drives behavior, and you hit the bullseye. So now the question is, what is your why? because it's time to craft it. What is your ultimate purpose? What is your cause, your belief? What motivates you to get out of bed in the morning? So I wanted to wrap up this presentation by sharing my personal why with you as a result of this presentation. My life's purpose is to help coach and mentor others to achieve optimal wellness in their lives and help prevent disease from ever happening in the first place, and at the same time provide them a path to financial freedom. The way I go about this is providing a very clear blueprint that was developed over the past 12 years as a result of painstaking research and first-hand knowledge. I provide resources that flat out work and are backed by science, proven methods and techniques, and testimonials. I make it easy for people to achieve true health and optimal wellness as well as financial independence so they can start to live a life full of meaning and purpose. Would you like to partner with me and achieve your goals and dreams? Now, if you'd like to dive a little deeper into crafting your why, I would highly recommend that you visit the link below for Simon Sinek's book, Start with Why, How Great Leaders Inspire Everyone to Take Action. And there's the link right there, epigeneticsnutrition.com/start with why. And feel free to visit my website and take my ebook for a test drive, as chapter 1 is free for you. So you can go to epigeneticsnutrition.com, right on my website, look for my ebook, The Path to True Health and Optimal Wellness. I wish you great success and prosperity, and as always, cheers to your health.